What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Ready or Not video. In this video we're going to discuss what I believe to be some of the best realism mods for Ready or Not. Currently I tried to match the LAPD SWAT unit in real life as best as possible. Now obviously there are some lore friendly substitutes for these modifications as well. I would like to say, as far as like a disclaimer goes, that not everything is going to be 100% accurate in these modifications. I do have things as close as possible as I can get them as far as lore friendly goes, but I am going to have some flashiness here or there, and there's also some modifications that I can't really control due to one modification called real weapon names with more guns and attachments, and we'll talk a little bit more about how that works, but it does require you to install certain modifications that may not 100% fit your needs for what you want, but it does help add to the realism a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I have it in my game. So aside from the AI mod, which I do believe is pretty much a requirement for this game right now until they can tighten up the AI, going through the reskins, there's an LAPD SWAT reskin which has been updated numerous times. I think it looks wonderful. I've been using it since the game came out in supporter for alpha months ago, and we do have a substitute which is an LSPD version, a Los Cienos I believe is how it's pronounced, which is a lore friendly reskin that is available as well. Now you do have to remember as well that Los Cienos is based, and I hope I'm saying Cienos correctly, but it's based upon Los Angeles, so technically speaking it is lore friendly with LAPD, but I know some people may not want that LAPD. They'd rather have Los Cienos, which is understandable. Now with the SWAT reskins, we're going to have the M50 gas mask that I use. It does look a little glossy, however, out of all the gas masks that I've currently found through Nexus and on the Discord and stuff like that, this one actually looks the best, and it fits LAPD SWAT very well. Next up, we're going to have green less lethals. Now these are less lethal, the less lethal shotgun, as well as the less lethal taser, and I do believe there are some other modifications out there where you can change the color to whatever you'd like. However, I'm choosing green because that is what LAPD uses in real life. Along with that, we're going to have the Ops Core with add-ons, is what it's called on Nexus, and it is a helmet replacer. I think this helmet looks amazing, especially if you have the real weapon names with more guns and attachments and stuff like that. That modification, you can have the helmet up armor. It looks really nice. I love the way this helmet looks. And moving on from that, we're going to have the HK416 rework, as well as the PMAG replacement. Now there are other versions of the PMAG I believe that you can find on Nexus or the Discord, as well as with the rework you can get that in different colors, but I like black personally. Now moving on to the modification that I was talking about earlier, the real weapon names with more guns and attachments. This kind of opens up the game a little bit more, and it unlocks some items within the files that other players won't be able to access without this modification. You can still run this modification and play with people that do not have it. However, some of these weapon modifications and attachments they will not be able to see, as far as I know. I was messing around with the Glock 17 and one of the other weapons that was modded, and they could not see it, and I think it's because it's a modded added weapon and it's not a replacement for some of these. Either way, in order to get this modification installed properly, you do need to have I guess certain weapon requirements installed as well. I may be wrong about this, however I went ahead and installed them anyway because most of the weapons looked really cool. So this weapon here is in the game files, and I believe a lot of these weapons I'm about to name off are within the game files, but you can mod them to look different, like different skins, but they are in the game files so other people will see them. H&K G36C, along with the AK-101, the M14, as well as the FN P90, the Glock 17, and the Sig Sauer P320. Now with the Sig Sauer P320, I am running the P320 Black reskin. A good amount of these modifications, at least the weapon modifications that I'm about to name off, do come with this modification, or sorry, they're a requirement for this modification. I may be wrong, but it did say in the description that they had to be installed, so I installed them anyway, and they do look really cool. One of these are the Kimber 1911 Rapide Black. As well as the EFT URGI M4 Replacement. There is no MAG retexture on that one. We've got the L119A2, which replaces the M4A1, and I believe it's like a Canada M4A1. Along with that, we have, this is actually one of my personal favorites, the Taran Tactical Innovations 2011. Now, those are all the weapons I believe that are pretty much a requirement for that modification. Moving on, we've got the DBAL-A2 Black, which this is actually, it doesn't look that good. It's a cheap laser device, but they do use it in LAPD, so I chose to use this one. Now, this is another modification that was recommended to me, the SIG MCX Virtus, which replaces the SBR 300. Moving on, we got some really cool texture replacements here, Realism texture replacements. The EOTECH EXP S3 texture pack with real markings. Also got a retexture for the Sig Optic, the RMR Sig Optic. We've got a retexture or a rework, excuse me, for the MK16, which is the Scar L. Now to top it off, I am running a retexture for the NPCs. There's a few of them. I believe it's on the meth game mode as well as the gas station, which adds some variety to their shirt textures and things like that. Either way, let me know what you guys think about this modification collection that I've got currently going right now. Like I said, this is what I believe to be the most realistic stuff to run. There's a lot more modifications out there. There's a lot of customization options. And like I said, it's not 100% accurate. However, I want to try to keep it lore friendly. I love the LAPD SWAT stuff, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have any problems or need any help installing some of these modifications. I do have a mod installation tutorial. I think it was one of the last videos I uploaded, so if you want to go ahead and check that out if you need help installing some of these modifications. Either way, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.